Okay, so welcome back to Gasbbuteo Tabletop Football, where we're doing the match review number 3. Now, what we're going to start with is looking at the fixtures that we've had. So, what we're looking at today is match 20 to 30. And if we all remember, if we can remember back then, we had started that batch of 10 matches with an excellent game I would have loved to watch in real life. So we've got St. Pauli versus Bows. Bows taking a 1-0 win then. And then Real Madrid. Feels like we haven't seen them for ages against Arsenal. They got the win there. Followed that up with fan favourites Chigwell against home team Gasbbuteo. Gasbbuteo, a little bit of a poor start, but remember they're the late runners in the game. Chigwell got the win there. Then we got Real Madrid again, a draw with fan favourites Chigwell. Bristol City getting a draw, most boring team in the world, of course, against the Raytons, who, the Raytons have really disappointed me in this tournament. I was expecting big things about them, and it's yet to happen, and they are rapidly running out of matches. Then, of course, St. Pauli versus Arsenal, another boring match, 0-0. Then a very exciting draw this time with the Raytons, who really sort of pulled their weight in that one. 4-4 against Real Madrid, the highest scoring match of Gasbbuteo League 2024 so far. Bristol City back against Mangotsfield, gave us a boring 0-0. Bows against Mangotsfield. Remember, that's a sort of rerun of last year's final. And then Mangotsfield won this one as well. Is that a sign of things to come? Who knows? And then Gasbbuteo pulling it out of the bag. 5 against Mangotsfield. Absolutely smashing their way into the league. Only to lose at the hands of Steve Toy against Bristol City in the last match we had, which was match 30. Now, how was all that made the table look? So let's have a look at the table. There's the table at the moment. Bristol Rovers, feels like we haven't seen them for a while as well. They've only played 3 matches, won 3, and of course one of those, if anyone's saying that I'm rigging it, right, one of those matches was down to the teams themselves, so it's nothing to do with me at all. But they're at the top with 9. Then you got fan favourites Chigwell Town, played 7, also 9 points. A lot of teams on 9 points. In fact, the top is fairly close for anyone. Anyone could take this in a minute. Arsenal, they're on the 9, obviously, as well. Real Madrid, there, also on the 9. I'm a little bit surprised with that, to be honest. And then Bristol City, with their recent win, this just goes to show how close the table it is. Their recent win, they've got up to 5th place just because they've had 1 win. They've got 8 points. Bows, played the same amount of matches as Bristol City, but won 2, and yet still on 8 points. Mangotsfield, last year's champions, played 6, so they do have a match in hand on most of those teams above them. And a little bit like 2023, that really. That was pretty much their performance then as well. And then they ended up going up on to win it. They're currently on 8 points. But really, any of those sort of top 7 teams could end up in the final 2, so end up going towards the Champions Cup. St. Pauli, another disappointing team. They've played some little bits of good football in this season's Gasbbuteo League, but for some reason it's just not working out for them. So they've had a few draws, 1 win, 1 loss at 6 points. Raytons, that just makes me feel sad, to be honest. I really wanted Raytons to do well. They've got 2 matches left. 1-1, drawn 3. That's fine. But lost 3 as well. I don't know. I feel very disappointed by that. And then at the bottom, we got Gasbbuteo, but I just really don't think they're going to stay at the bottom because they've got the games in hand. Apart from, look, they've got what? So 4 matches left. It's only Bristol Rovers that have got any more matches than them. And I just got a feeling that's not going to stay where it is, which would unfortunately push both St. Pauli and the ratings down to the bottom. And I really don't want that to happen. But it's just, it is what it is. So we're going to move in now to the next section, which is the next 10 matches, which is really going to draw us to a sort of conclusion of where this league is going. Because after the next match review, of course, there's only 5 matches left. And by then, really, the fate will be sealed for quite a lot of these teams. Anyway, so that's a quick match review 3 as we move in. Let's have a quick look who we've got next in the fixtures. So the next 10 matches we're looking at. That was meant to be match 30. Chigwell and Mangotsfield was meant to be the last game of the Mango Zone. Then we got Rovers back on the pitch against Bows. I mean, imagine that. I'd love to see that in real life. A couple of St. Pauli's against the Ratons and Mangotsfield. I mean, all of those teams are looking for getting some points out of here. We're getting into the sort of section now where it's getting a little bit desperate, isn't it, for some of the teams. So they've really got to get the points where they can. Real Madrid back again a couple of times. And then we start getting into this funny sort of, this is where the dark horses of the tournament, Gasbbuteo, this is where they're either going to shine or die, really. So, you know, they've got a lot of their matches coming up as well. But I did notice, although it's kind of hidden, we've got a bit of a Bristol Rovers zone here as well. So you've got the gas there, gas there, gas there, and then gas there as well, and there. So they've got 5 matches in the next batch of 10. So perhaps they're the secret dark horses already at the top. Perhaps this is their year, because it certainly wasn't their year last year. Anyway, that's all we got for now on Gasbbuteo. Do tune in for that next big match, Mangotsfield versus Chigwell. And then we'll see how everyone gets on. But until next time, here from Gasbbuteo, up the gas.